Okay guys, hand drumming for these reggae tracks. I'm a bit loath to do this because it's so much about variations, and if you're kind of familiar with the genre, it's easier for you to put those variations in, and if you don't have variations it just sounds like too much like a drum machine pattern going away. But on the other hand, you don't want too many variations. It's a bit of a subtle thing. It's a very hard one, this, but there's a basic principle with the roots of reggae drumming. And if you really want to get into hand drumming, just listen to as much Ras Michael and the Sons of Negus as possible. Right now, listen to this one. This is a bit of a faster one. This. Fly away right now. Fly away. Oh. Now there's this da 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 da. Yeah, there's always that da da in this kind of hand drumming. It's this repeated da 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 at this tempo. Da 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 like that. If we go to a track like this, come on, there it is again. Da, 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 da. Yeah, hear that? Right, so you got that. Now in our track here, okay, oh, I've got the hand drum here. It would work like this. The little drop is on the same eighth as the chaps, kind of thing, right? So it'd be like this. Hello, here we go. Like that. In between the quarter beats. Okay, so if we start with that bam bam as the principle of all of our drumming, right? So what we want to do is this: load up the Latin kit. Well, I'm not going to get into like making a custom percussion kit for this. Just get the Latin kit, which is in the library in World Percussion Latin Kit. Get it on a track. Put an empty region in. Okay, now the notes that we want, the notes that work best. Okay, let me just put this to division, just get a cycle range around this. The notes that we want to use for this Latin kit that sound best, you want to write these down, and we're going to pencil them in. So what we want is D sharp 0, that one, pencil it in. Whoop, and take that off. D sharp 0, and give it a velocity of about 90, not too, well, a bit less actually, 85 let's say, right? So D sharp 0, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy this note up to the next one, F0. So Alt, copy it up to F0. So we got these two notes. Then get this one and copy it up, Alt, and copy it up to B0, and then Alt copy up to C sharp 1. So we got those two like that, right? So we got these two, D sharp 0, F0, B0, C sharp 1, and then we copy this one right up to C3 for the high bongo. There, high bongo on C3, then copy up another one to C sharp 3 for the low bongo, and copy another one up to D3 for the slap. And they're the notes that we need. That'll do, that will get us there, right? And then when you've got those notes penciled in on the first beat of the bar, bring in this collapse mode, and then they're the only rows that you need to work with. There's not a gap between them. Right, so here the grid is in 16ths, the default. There's the first quarter beat, there's the second quarter beat, there's the third quarter beat, and there's the fourth quarter beat. And our guitar chaps would go chap right there in the middle of that quarter beat, chap right there in the middle of that quarter beat, chap right there in the middle of that quarter beat, and chap right there in the middle of that quarter beat. So we start off with these two, and we're going to make that in that double, right? Bring them across and put them there on that eighth in the middle of that quarter beat, and then Alt, drag a copy off a 16th after it. So we got them there on the third and fourth 16th in the quarter beat, and then copy them across to the third and fourth 16th in all the other quarter beats. It's like copying the chap guitars over, and there we got the dud-dum, dud-dum, right? Dud-dum, 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 like that. Right, now we get these two, right? Bring that across to there with that double pair and there. Then Alt and copy those across to the fourth double. So we got this now, like that. Okay. Now the high bongo, Alt, drag a copy over to there. So in the first quarter beat, it's on the 1 and the 3, the first and third 16th. In the second quarter beat, it's on the 1, 3, and 4. In the third quarter beat, it's on the 1 and the 3, and then on the 1, 3, and 4 again, like that. That'll get you going, right? Right. Then the low bongo, we can put it there, a 16th after the high bongo, dab, boom, and in the fourth quarter beat, dab, boom, there, like that. And then the slap here, put it on the second quarter beat and on the fourth 16th in that quarter beat, and the fourth quarter beat and the last 16th in that quarter beat. So it's in the second and fourth beat on the first and last 16th. Okay, now let's hear that in the beat. It just sounds a bit shite like this, but hear it in the beat. Now what's missing now is timing variety. Put the snap to ticks. And the first, get these pair, bring them back late, like that. This pair, bring them back late. Quite a bit off the line, like that. Then the others, these doubles here, 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 and here. Get them so they got some variety. Bring that one off the line, for example, like that. Bring that one a little bit late. Make that one a little bit late, and that one a bit later still. Bring that one back. Bring that one back. You know what I mean? We're just adding timing variety here. We don't want these to be on the beat, exactly on the lines rather. Right? We just want them, get them off the lines and give some variety to how they're late. So that one's going to come back a bit, that one a bit, and they're all slightly out with each other, yeah? But these two at the bottom, the last two, they can come back even further. Now they can be later still. So let's get that one back a smidge and that one back further like that. Yeah, and now you'll hear it's got a little bit more life. Bring them off a bit, they can be a bit late. Now we're adding some variety here, right? Like that, let's say. And we just go like that and we make as much of that timing variety just to mix it up a bit. And then these slaps across the top, I'll bring them a little bit late, you know. Not all the same, some of them a little, some of them a bit more. Make that one a bit later so those two are on a different timing, and that will come a bit late as well. And that one I'm going to bring it back a smidge and that even further. Like that, and now it'll sound a lot better when we put it back in the mix. Now these ones, I'm going to bring them up in velocity a bit. And then the first bongo here and here, then I'm going to bring them up a little bit. And I'll bring that one. I'm just adding some velocity variety in now. And the first of each of these pairs of these, I'm going to make them the first of each of those pairs a little bit louder. These two, and these two. And then I'll bring that one up a bit. And that's your basic lick, and it works fine if you just dub it back in the mix a bit. Okay, and then let's bring that across, and then Alt, drag a copy, and let's show some variations now. So some variations now we can have. On the high bongo we can put in a little, we need to change the grid to 30 seconds. Now to do that we go up to the display here, and if you don't see it like this, if it's like that, you go to this thing here, this display mode, drop it down and change it to custom, and then here under the time signature is the grid. By default it's on 16, so we change it now to 30 seconds. We get 30-second grid lines now. And now on this little bongo here, starting on that beat, I'll put in a triple there. Right, just a little triple like that, and these two I'll lower them in velocity a bit, like that. So we got a little triple there. Yeah, nice, huh? I'll bring that one up a smidge. Yeah, you could, and if for variation here and there, you could put another one in there. Yeah, like that. Or I'll just put a double on those two. You know. Whatever, but that little triple there, you can put it there at the beginning, but it kind of sounds a bit weird if it's on the first beat and on the third beat, so have it on one or the other, let's say. So I'll have it just there. Right, another thing that we can do is, like, we could flam this, bring a copy off to do a little flam there, and here bring a copy off, so you got a flam. And I'll make that one a flam, let's say, and that one, and that one. Bit of variety again. And then if you want, you can put it in at the end here, bring this forward, and then you get a blap 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 at the end. Bring these up in velocity, and you get a little blap 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 at the end there. you want that, it could be done there instead. One of those. Probably not good to do them both, you know. And then you go that there, like that. So in which case I might move that across there to double it up. Yeah, so I get yeah, that yeah, so there's some little variations you can do there. And finally, a last variation we can do, we look at both bars together. Both bars together here. There's the end of that bar leading into that bar, right? So at the end of this bar, we're going to put in 2 little 30 seconds leading into that note. So we get da da da. We get a little triple there, da da da, ending on the first beat of the bar. Then leave a 30-second gap, and then another one, da da da. Then leave a 30-second gap and another one. So we get da 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 da. Let's bring this out so you can hear that. Yeah, that repeater thing is quite common, like that, so you can have that in. I'll take that out of there now. Bring that back to, no, that stays there, yeah. No, that goes there where it was before. Yeah, and that, I'll take that out of there. So we've only got that blap, blap, blap at the end there. Okay, is that useful to you? There's the basics really. As I say, it's a bit of an hard one to get into, but there's the core of how to do it. Listen to a lot of Ras Michael and anything else that's got some good hand percussion, and I hope that's useful to you, and I'll see you for the next one.